Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Broc Gardner vs. the World. I am your host, Broc Gardner. Thank you for being here. You're all lovely. We got a great show planned for you guys today. Stay tuned, baby. Let's go. I feel so awkward, like when I'm dancing during the theme song. Dude, we got such a good show planned, dude. I'm looking at the thing right now, and dude, I'm just so hyped for this. So, the place I'm going to college is called Dixie State University as of right now. But they're changing their name because it's racist. And as my friend, Kid Brian, music producer turned historian overnight, said, Dixie means Southern states, Southern Confederate territory. It's slang for Southern territory, the slavery, you know. And so Dixie State is trying to change their name because it's racist. And so they finally landed on a name last night, dude, and I literally cannot believe what they landed on. Like, it boggles my mind. It's just kind of weird. Like, so they've been trying to change their name. They're trying to move away from this. Their name's been Dixie forever. That's what the town's kind of nicknamed, is Dixie. I don't know where it originated from. There's a Dixie Hill. It's like the whole town is Dixie. Everything, there's so many companies and places down there that are called Dixie something. Dixie Nutrition, Dixie whatever. And so the whole thing is kind of Dixie. So the college has been named Dixie for a long time. And now suddenly they're trying to move away from this word because it means Southern states that were racist back in the day. And so they're trying to move away and do something more. They want to do something less offensive, have a less offensive name for the college. And so they finally landed on one last night, and I'll just say it. So the name they landed on last night at the board meeting was Auschwitz University. And listen, it's kind of a weird choice. It's kind of a strange choice to name it Auschwitz University instead of Dixie State. I really don't know what's more offensive. Like, I can't, obviously Dixie's like terrible and we shouldn't like name it that. But is Auschwitz much better of like an option is my question. Like, which should we like be steering towards right now? I really just don't know, because, you know, I just thought it was a weird choice. Anyways, such a dumb joke, dude. My mom told me not to do that joke and I did it anyways. Because I don't care about your opinions. Is that going to get me taken down off TikTok? Prob. Dude, so the thing I'm thinking about, so with this name change, this Dixie name change, like how many businesses are going to have to change their names, right? And there's so much stuff just around town that just says Dixie on it. We're going to rebrand an entire city. I don't see it happening, man. And also, Dixie D'Amelio. What's the deal with her? She hasn't changed her name yet. A little sus. Dixie D'Amelio, a little sus. We got to change Dixie State. Dixie D'Amelio? Her name's still Dixie D'Amelio. And she hasn't changed it. And that freaks me out a little bit. Personally, like, I think she should be held responsible for that. She has not taken full responsibility of her name and hasn't made the proper movements to improve on this situation. And I think, frankly, I think that's disgusting. I think it's appalling that Dixie D'Amelio has not changed her name from Dixie to like Whitney. That she hasn't changed it to Whitney. It is disgusting to me. Anyways, we're done with freaking fake talk, dude. We're done with fake talk, man. I watched a movie last night, half of a movie last night, and it's called Luca, dude, and it's on Disney Plus, and that is a dope movie, by the way. As I said, I haven't finished it because I was getting super sleepy, so I turned on to Marty Robbins and went to bed. But the first half was pretty dope, bro. It's like it's a pretty good. There's some funny stuff in there, honestly. Dude, I watched so many messed up movies that are just like super violent, and like sometimes I just got to take a break. I can't watch The Departed every day. It's not good on your mental. It ain't good on your mental to watch The Departed every day. So sometimes I gotta watch Disney movies. So last night I watched Toy Story, the original. Such a good flick, dude. It literally killed me so many times. I laughed so hard. Like, I didn't know like a kid's movie was that funny. I don't remember it being that funny. But for some reason, Buzz Lightyear just freaking cracked me up, dude. Every time he said something, like in his Space Ranger talk, it just made me laugh so hard. And, yeah, so I started watching Luca last night. And the first half was pretty sick. So if you don't know Luca, you should go check it out. It like takes place in Italy, I think, in like this little oceanside town. And so like the plot is there's this kid and he's a sea monster and he lives under the ocean with his sea monster family. And they're not supposed to go to the surface. There's this thing called the change and there's like land monsters, you know, classic like Disney dorky stuff. And so they don't want him to go to the surface, you know. I feel like every kids movie, especially nowadays, is all about like being yourself. Like, can we get some different lessons in there? Can we toss some different lessons? Like, I love the movie Luca, but can we toss some different like life lessons? I feel like every single kids movie is like, there's a thing over there, and we are not supposed to do that, and we will never do that. And the kid's like, but I wanna experience and explore. And the parents are like, you will not do that. And the kid does it anyways, and then they figure out that it's not that bad, and then they have a good time, and they all like love each other or whatever. Like, I feel like that's been every kids movie for the past little while. Like, let's throw some different lessons in there. Like, whatever happened to like back in the day where they're like anti-smoking, anti-drinking? Could we get a Disney movie about that, or like a Disney movie about like what to do with like firearms if you find them, or like dumb stuff like that, or like, I don't know, how to handle like a stepmom or something. That might get weird, but like imagine this. It's like a Disney movie where they're just like, I don't know, like his friend gets heavily into drugs and like it starts out with just a simple, you know, joint at a party, and then his friend like slowly gets deeper and deeper into drugs, and it just goes like super down, and he like has to figure out like, I don't know. I don't even know where I'm going with this, dude. That's such a stupid. I'm so dumb, dude. I'm literally such a moron. But yeah, let's get some different lessons in there. But here's the thing, dude. So the Luca movie. So the sea monster, his name's Luca, and they're not supposed to go to the surface because it's sketch, right? You're not supposed to go up there. You'll die. You'll literally die. You'll get murdered. But Luca wants to, bro. He's just a humble sheep farmer in the movie, a fish farmer, I guess, and he's sick of this life, dude. He never gets to leave. He's always just sitting there with the fish. And he's like, I want to go adventure. And so then there's this one fish. And this is the best part of the movie, dude. This other fish kid named Antonio. And Antonio, he brings, what's his bucket to the surface? He brings Luca to the surface. And so this Antonio kid, like, kind of lives both lives. He goes in the sea and he lives on the land. And he kind of juggles both. And he lives in like this tower, and so him and Lucas like develop this friendship, dude, and they're like BFFs, and they're like, their whole thing is like, which I think is so funny. This is like the funniest part of the movie to me. Their whole like goal is that they want a Vespa. They want a Vespa. It's so dope, dude. And so that's kind of like their whole motivation for the movie. It's not like some grand like, I don't know. It's not some grandiose like plot. It's like they just want a freaking Vespa. They just want a freaking bike. And so then the part I'm at, they like went over to the town and like met this chick that they're gonna like race with to like get some money so they can buy this like piece of crap Vespa too. They like don't even want a nice one. There's like this there's like this rusty freaking crappy bike, and they like think it's the greatest thing ever. I just love it, dude. And here's the thing though, here's my point I'm trying to make. So there's like a lot of people that are saying like, let's just read some of these article headlines, because I saw this before I watched the movie. And it kind of like disgusted me. Not disgusted me, that's the wrong word. But everyone's trying to make it like a gay thing. They're like, so this BuzzFeed article title is called Pixar's Luca is totally a gay movie, whether Disney admits it or not. And there's so many like that. And then there's this one that's like, Luca proves Disney's Pixar wasn't brave enough to fully commit to its first queer animated film. Pixar's Luca isn't officially queer, but it is still anyways. Like that. Can we just have a movie about two people that are homies, dude? Why does everything have to be about sex? They're like 10. They're like 12, like 11 or 12, dude. Do you want a full? I'm not even going to go there, dude. I'm literally not even going to go there. But seriously, why do we have to make everything like romantic? Does everybody have to bang in every movie? Seriously. Like, they could have I seriously just don't understand. Obviously, if they want to do a gay movie, who cares? I don't care. But the fact that we have this movie about like two kids, by the way, they're children. They're literally kids. The fact that we have this movie about like kids that are just like being homies and want to get a freaking Vespa, and everyone's like, oh no, they're gay. They want to have sex with each other. Like, what the F? Why? Why do we have to do that? Why can't we leave that part? You think I was thinking about sex when I was that old? No. I was thinking about playing sports with my homies. I wasn't even like sexualizing girls. If this makes any sense at all, dude, it's just like, why can't they just be kids? Like, they're literally children. This isn't effing Call Me by Your Name, dude. This is Luca, and it's about two kids in Italy that are homies. And I think that's dope. And so this is the other article. It says, Luca director says film is about a pre-romance time in boys' lives. As it should be, dude. As it should be. We don't need that in everything, man. This is such an innocent movie. It's just about being homies, dude. There's no love. Oh, I want to get married. I want to make out with that chick. It's like, no, dude. We're going to go meet up with this chick, and we're going to go race, and we're going to go get a freaking Vespa and beat this dude with a crappy mustache, because that's what we want. We want a Vespa, and we want to hang out and drive around the freaking country and party, dude. And all of a sudden, everybody just has to make it a gay thing, this is the thing, dude. Not homophobic. Remember this face. Not homophobic. But do we have to make a movie about two young boys sexual? Weird. Kind of weird to me. Should we read one of these articles? Let's read this BuzzFeed article because it's such a joke, dude. I haven't even read these, honestly. I should. I talk about people that just, spout out headlines and don't read articles. That's me. On today's episode, Pixar's Luca has already made a big splash in the summer's ocean of new movies. If you haven't heard of it. Yeah, dude, and it's such a summer vibey movie, too. It's so cool. I actually really like it's just a feel-good summer vibes movie. So definitely, if you're on Disney Plus, dude, definitely watch this movie. It's kind of tight. It's stealing everyone's hearts, and the internet is loving the pair's relationship. Simply about friendship, more specifically how we first find ourselves. While the film technically remains open to interpretation, for many, the signs are undeniable. How gay is Pixar's Luca and guides us through the rainbow-colored Rorschach test? Shut up, dude. Just watch the movie. If you want to watch something gay, go watch Brokeback Mountain or Timothy Chalamet, any of his movies. That homo. Again, not homophobic, dude. I love gay people, and I love the gay aesthetic, and I've said that ad nauseum. Okay, now let's move away from the, political side of things. The political side of things. Let's move into funny side of things, dude. This has to be the funniest video I've ever seen, and I haven't even watched the whole thing. Can I be honest? I have not seen the whole video of this, but the first 5 seconds literally kills me. Like, the first time I watched it, I laughed so hard. And it was kind of going around on TikTok a lot. I hope this doesn't, blow my ears off.
Great to meet you, Dr. Fauci. I had a couple questions about the vaccine.
Pause, Broc. This is Dr. Anthony Fauci, the Italian Mafia man, and Jacob Sartorius, the kid that blew up on Musical.ly and now no one ever hears from. The dynamic is strange to me, but, just had to put that out there, who this is.
You don't know the long-term negative health effects of the COVID shots. A lot of rumors about, phones sticking to arms. Can you help me weigh the pros and cons?
Whoa! Jacob Sartorius anti-vax confirmed? Is Jacob Sartorius anti-vax confirmed? Because if so, I will like him a lot more. I'll like Jacob Sartorius a lot more if he came out as anti-vax. That's hilarious. I know that's not what this is, but that would just be super funny that I'm thinking about. He's like, so, guys, I had a friend that took the vaccine, and now he's on the autism spectrum. So, guys, just maybe be careful with this vaccine. That would just be funny.
Get vaccinated?
That's a great question, Jacob, that a lot of people ask. And a lot of the things that you're referring to are just ridiculous myths. Do I become magnetic? Do you put a chip in me so I could follow you around?
Valid.
Stuff.
Valid concern, Anthony.
to debunk that nonsense. The benefit of the vaccine overwhelmingly outstrips any of the theoretical risks of something bad happening to you. But if they occur, they're spectacularly rare.
Well, thank you so much.
If they occur, dude, he left it open. Could it make me magnetic? Could it make me magnetic? That's what I'm asking. Are they putting a chip in me? If it happens, it's rare. If it happens, it's still a little rare. Are you putting a chip in some people? Is that what you're telling me? Hey, Tony, is that what you're telling me? Hey, Dr. Tony, are you telling me you put chips in some people?
All right, you're welcome. It's a pleasure to be with you. Take care of yourself.
Should I relax my arm? Oh, sure.
Oh, and then we watch we watch
now.
Jacob get the shot, dude.
That's it. Awesome.
You happy, Dr.
Bro,
Fauci?
I thought he was anti-vax. What the freak is going on here, dude? What the F? I thought he was anti-vax, man. That threw off my whole groove, dude. But the first 5 seconds of that made me laugh so hard. He's so uncomfortable. Hello, Dr. Fauci. We are he's looking over, reading the notes, he can't ask about the vaccine. We are wondering what? Can you move that? We are wondering what are the long-term effects of the vaccine. Some people are saying that it makes you magnetic. Is any of that true? Are those true? Hey, yeah, just make some people magnetic. Wanna make some people we inject them with the marinara. Oh, how offensive is this podcast? How offensive this week's podcast? Everybody, comment how offensive was this week's podcast on a scale of 1 to 10. First 20 minutes of the podcast, most offensive podcast of all time. We make fun of Italians and we called somebody a homo. Next clip. I saw this last night and I think there's copyrighted music, so I'm just going to have to fill you in. This is a chick and I don't know the context. I looked at her other posts because every time I see a post like this that throws me completely off, I look at the page and I scroll through to look at the other videos to see if they're all off or if it's just if it's a joke. Because, there's a lot of people dude, my favorite TikToker of all time is Will Uzi, dude. If you have not seen any Will Uzi TikToks, go look him up right now. His stuff is so funny. It's some of the only stuff on TikTok that makes me laugh now. TikTok has gone off the rails so much that I either laugh at stuff like this or Will Uzi, dude. It's so funny. He's just all his videos and he never breaks character too. It's all in this character of E-boy, I don't even know what you'd call it, an F-boy, and he's just oh man, I'm so depressed or whatever. I'm not even gonna try to do it. That was so terrible, dude. That was so bad. I apologize to everybody, and I apologize to Will Uzi for doing the worst interpretation. Just go look up his stuff, dude, because it makes me laugh so hard. So this is a video, and it says things I learned being an Ariana Grande lookalike. So let's just check this out, starting it now. So things I learned being an Ariana Grande lookalike. First of all, people constantly asking for pics. Men trying to use me for my good looks and body. Once I tell them I'm not her, they leave. Dude, what the... Hold on, can we just take a minute and just really think about what we just saw? Things I learned being an Ariana Grande lookalike. Have you guys have seen Ariana Grande? You've seen her? Okay. That's all I needed to know. That's all, I don't want to say much more about this, but have you guys have seen Ariana Grande, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, she doesn't look like Ariana Grande, dude. But I feel bad for the girl because, people are coming up asking her for pics, trying to use her body and, trying to take advantage of her. And then once they find out she's not Ari, dude, they snap. They dip out, dude. So you got to feel bad for the girl. But you guys have seen Ariana Grande. You know what she... Okay. That's all I needed to know. Let's read some relationship advice, dude. So on Reddit, there's this thing called r/relationship advice, and we might need to make this a permanent segment because some of it is insane and so funny. Like what I saw one yesterday and I saved it, but then they took it down. I should have just screenshotted it, dude. You can't trust these social media platforms, dude. I'll be like Josh from TikTok, World of T-shirts. You can't trust these social media platforms. They always take posts down. Is that insensitive? He's funny. I like him. Yeah, so on Reddit, there's a thing called r/relationship advice, and people just go on there with their problems, their relationship problems. I saw one yesterday that was like my girlfriend. The headlines are so funny, dude. So they'll have like the headers, the titles or whatever of the post, and those kill me, dude, no matter what, because they're always worded so funny. And this one was like, my girlfriend admitted to taking a bath with her gay best friend or something. And I'm like, oh no. And so I click on the post and it was like, my girlfriend went on a trip with her gay best friend. They've been best friends for years. And I was asking her what they were doing, and she like admitted to like bathing with him and like massaging him after. I'm like, oh, by the way, now that speaking of this, it's episode 69 today. Oh, wrong one. It's episode 69 today. Episode 69. We made it. We made it, everybody. We made it to episode 69. And I thought that was appropriate to intervene right in the middle of when I was talking because I saw the title of my notes was podcast 69. So thank you guys for all the support up until this point. I'll be retiring, obviously. Leave it at 69 episodes, but yeah. So relationship advice. So she was like, yeah, we took a bath and then I like massaged him or whatever. And I didn't read the whole thing because I was like, oh, I got to read this live on the podcast because it's so funny. But then I just barely was looking and it got taken down. So thank you, Reddit, for literally nothing. So let me go to my saved post real quick. I don't know how to run freaking Reddit, dude. I'm such a freaking boomer, dude. All right, here's the first one that I thought was kind of funny. So relationship advice. He believes himself to be a genius. How do I tell him that he very much isn't? Should I even tell him? Not only is he not smart, he's very not smart. He very much isn't a genius. I, 23F, have a friend, 25 male. I know that this might sound mean, but he's not very smart. He's one of those people that, for example, understanding the jokes in Rick and Morty makes him sort of an intellectual. And over the time I've known him, he's always acted as if he was mentally above me and sometimes treats me as if I'm stupid or disagreeing with him. Sorry, I can't read. So this guy, so I guess they're friends. They're not like boyfriend, girlfriend, but he's one of those guys that, you know, have you ever seen like the people that watch Rick and Morty? By the way, while we're on this topic, new season of Rick and Morty is so funny. I watched the pilot the other day. It's so like the Morty storyline in that episode is so funny and so good. But anyways, so maybe I'm one of those people, but there's a lot of people like the Rick and Morty fan base that are like, oh, these jokes are so advanced and so smart. Most people won't even understand them. Most people don't even understand the jokes and the nuances in Rick and Morty. It's like the same people that talk about how elite their music tastes are, which, by the way, I posted that TikTok and it blew up a little bit. For me, it blew up, like not like crazy. But I got like almost 2,000 views right now. And there was some people that commented, they're like, the only thing worse than people talking about their music taste is people like you talking about people talking about their music taste. I'm like, whoa, that was a mouthful, but okay. And then somebody like replied under it and they're like, yeah, this video, for example, he's trying to be funny, but it's so cringy and just lame. I'm just like, what are you talking about, dude? I'm effing hilarious. Like, you would think, here's the thing, dude. You would think comments like that, like, hurt my feelings, like, literally in any way. Like, even if I say they don't hurt my feelings, you would think, like, oh, it, like, kind of still, like, bumps down his self-esteem. It literally doesn't. Like, it makes me laugh. It makes me, like, literally happy. Because I'm so, like, I think I'm so funny. But anyways, what was I talking about, dude? Oh, yeah, so Rick and Morty. So there's a lot of people that think they're elite because they understand the jokes in Rick and Morty, which is so stupid. So dumb, dude. There's literally an episode titled Pickle Rick where Rick turns himself into a pickle. That's not elite humor. He turns himself into a pickle. Get over yourself. Some things he has done over the last 2 years. Number 1, he got an ad on YouTube for a science channel that went along the lines of, "Stop. You are getting this ad because the YouTube algorithm has categorized you as above the average intelligence." He, of course, believed it and is now watching that channel almost religiously. He has insisted that he knew more about the psychological specifics of my own phobia than I did. This is the funniest one. He is adamant that he can hear 5G because ever since it has been announced that we'd be getting it in our area, he's had this ringing in his ear, which most definitely are the 5G rays and not tinnitus. I mean, can you really prove that? He might be able to hear 5G. He might be able to hear the 5G waves, man. Number 4, he tried to explain to me how he's smarter than me for already being vaxxed against the big C while I am not, while completely disregarding that he got vaxxed first because he was in a higher priority than me due to his job. In his mind, he got there first because he was smarter and planned better than me. Honestly, dude, vaxholes, such a terrible species of human. Such a terrible subspecies of the human race, dude. Vaxholes. Like, if you want to get, I'm not vaccinated because I just don't care to get. I'll get vaccinated like when I have to, but I'm not gonna go out and just shoot myself up, you know. I'm not like anti-vax, but I just don't care enough to like. I don't know. I don't care. I don't care about getting it. Like, spreading it is a different thing. Whatever, dude. I'm not even gonna get into it. COVID's so beaten to death, dude. Honestly, who cares? Like, seriously, who cares about COVID, dude? It's such a beaten to death topic. Anybody that still cares about coronavirus, it literally just doesn't have anything going in their lives. I'm dead serious. Like, I'm sick of, like, I've been trying to, like, tiptoe around it so much on this podcast because it was such, like, a touchy issue. I seriously don't care about COVID, and I never did, and whatever, dude. And I'm not getting vaxxed unless I absolutely have to because I don't want to. And I feel like that's a good enough reason. I don't care to, and I don't want to. But then there's these people that get vaxxed. Like, if you get vaxxed, who cares? I don't care. You shouldn't care either way. I'm not like, don't go out and get the vaccine. I'm not an advocate against it. I just don't want it. But there's some people that get the vaccine and then just like immediately think they're like Jesus Christ. And they're just like, oh, I have the vaccine. I'm vaccinated. Oh, look at me. Oh, my goodness. That made me yawn. But yeah, dude, so those are called vaxholes. And it's people that are douchebags about getting vaccinated and like encourage you to get vaccinated because they did. Like, just shut up. So yeah, this guy's definitely a vaxhole. Number 5, I am a big science nerd and he feels the need to argue about everything I say in regards to any scientific topic. Obviously, I'm not a professor by any means, but I do have some knowledge about things I'm obsessed with, genetics and especially history. He tried to convince me that the Salem witch trials were worse and had more casualties than the witch trials in Europe because Europe didn't even actually burn witches. That's kind of stupid. I really don't know how to handle this. I'm sure that he doesn't do this out of malice, or at least I want to believe that he doesn't. If we're meeting up again, once I'm vaccinated, I want this to change. I don't care if he thinks of himself as a genius, but I want him to stop arguing with me and correcting me. Yeah, dude. How do I do this without being insulting? He's really sensitive and I don't want to be too hurtful, and obviously saying you're actually really stupid would be rather rude. I mean, that's the route I would go. I would go the route of just completely degrading him, but that's just because of the type of person I am. Like, you know, I'm disgusting. I would say, I don't know, dude. Comment what you would do. Comment what you would do in this situation. What would you say to somebody that you like thought they were smarter than the average bear, I guess you could say. I thought that was pretty funny, just some of this stuff. And I haven't read this one. I just barely found this one before I started recording. My 37 male wife, 35 female, is becoming a Karen. Help! ! I've noticed my wife has started to complain about everything in public. When we go out, she picks apart stupid tiny things about other people. I tell her to mind her own business, but she doesn't listen and just keeps bickering about problems that have nothing to do with us. She hasn't reached the I need to speak to your manager stage yet, but I feel it's slowly heading that direction if she keeps at it. Is there anything I can do to stop her from doing this? Let's read. Oh no, I feel for you, bro. You need to talk to her about her behavior and how it makes you feel. I would say just break up with her. Like, that's such a terrible, like, even if she's not like full on Karen, dude, that's like one of the biggest things for me, dude, is like high maintenance people or just people that are in other people's business, bro. Like, some people might get the vibe. Like, so here's the thing, dude. On my podcast, I talk about other people's business, but it's because I got to. You know, I have to make content, and I choose to talk about the world, and I choose to talk about like what's in the news or like everything about that. In real life, I could not care less. Like, I seriously don't. I don't care about gay Luca in real life. I don't care about the Dixie name change. Like, I have to have content for the podcast, and so I like kind of, you know, get in other people's business or like talk about like what's going on or whatever. But in real life, in reality, I don't care. I'm just trying to be funny and like trying to have a good time. So that's the preface for this. But like people that literally are in other people's business all the time or like care about other people's lives, like why? That's one of the biggest turnoffs for me, dude. That's like one of the things I gotta like focus on when I'm like going to try and get a female wife. You know what I'm saying? Like one of the things I like to look for is like, do they complain a lot? Number one, that's an issue. Like no matter if it's a Karen level or like a small level, if you complain about a lot of stuff and not even like in a joking way, you know, in a joking complaining way, it's kind of funny sometimes. I just love like I love being like on the nose about stuff. I don't know, dude. I don't even know what I'm saying at this point, but like, yeah, just stay out of other people's business. You know, like if stuff doesn't concern you, even if stuff does concern you, just chill, bro. Just relax. Like, life is too short, dude. There's pretty mountains and stuff. Just go look at them and eat like a croissant. Eat like some chicken salad on a croissant. And just look at the mountain, bro. Who cares about that stuff, you know? Look at these animals, dude. Seriously, look at like, you can't see this elk over here. It's in some of the shots in the past podcast. Look at these, dude. They're beautiful. I just love nature and like life, dude. Life's awesome, bro. What the F, bro? I can hear 5G right now. This isn't even a bit. I can hear a ringing in my ear now, dude. Can I hear 5G? Hold on, dude. Can I freaking hear 5G? I think I'm smarter than you guys. What were we talking about, dude? I'm so lost. I'm so tired. I woke up like 2 hours ago. And I made a promise to myself that I would not do a podcast until 3 hours after I've woken up, but I woke up at like 8 and I'm still tired. Seriously, the most boring. What was I literally talking about, dude? Oh yeah, being a Karen. So just like I'd just break up with her, dude. You gotta like, you can't ignore red flags like that, dude. You gotta come up with some red flags and come up with some green flags. I'm gonna do that actually today, dude, because I'm back in the dating world, dude. It's been like, I've never really dated that much. You go on like school dance dates and stuff, but I don't really date because I want to hang out with my friends, dude. I wasn't caring about like courting girls, really. I wanted to hang out with my boys. But now, guess what, dude? The boys are gone and I don't get to hang out with them. So I really don't have a choice. Which sounds like really rude, but I'm also super excited to like, you know, start meeting people and, you know, hanging out. Because you know what, dude? You know what? It's going to be a good time. And is it kind of frightening? Yeah, it's frightening. I have a date with a girl next week. I've never even met her. I just was like, hey, do you want to go on a date? And, you know, that's the way the news goes, dude. And I'm stoked. Why did I say that? Oh, yeah. So you got to come up with some green flags and red flags. And, dude, if they got those red flags, dude, you can't ignore them. Because everybody that I've talked to that has a bad relationship, they're like, yeah, dude, like I saw all these signs, but I just ignored them. That's like the main thing that happens in bad relationships. And maybe like the other person's not like a bad person, but it's just not going to work out between you guys because you have different relationship types. I've been there. And yeah, so you got to ignore opposite. You can't ignore those red flags. You got to be like, oh, she did this. That's an issue. Maybe we shouldn't be together. And like, I don't know. That's kind of weird. Like, give her a couple chances, obviously. Don't just cut it off after one instance. But, you know. Like, at this point, if she keeps complaining and stuff, I'd just be like, dude, I'm just out of here, bro. I'm out. That's how fickle I am. Deuces. Okay, we're done with all that. I went golfing in Cedar City, dude, which is the worst city in America. I can't explain it. It's just, like, the worst. Like, there's nothing good about it. There's no redeeming qualities there. And will that offend some of you? Yeah. Do I care? Nah, not really. So I went golfing there because, okay, here's the thing, dude. Me and Taryn tried to go golfing in St. George at Southgate. Calling out Southgate, dude. Calling out Southgate Golf Course in St. George. We got a tee time. We reserved a tee time for 6 a.m., which I was not excited for because we have to drive an hour. So I would have to wake up at 4 because I like to shower and I like to, vibe for a minute before I hit the road. And so I wasn't stoked about that, but I was going to. And then they called, or they emailed him, and they're like, yo, never mind. You can't come. And we're like, wait, what? So apparently they don't open until 6:30, but their freaking robot computer program just let us reserve a time for 6 a.m. Pardon, don't let us do that then. They showed a time for 6 a.m. and we picked it. Dude. And so then they're like, oh, yeah, sorry. You can't come at 6. Dude, what the? Oh, sorry, you can't come at 6. And so then we had to go to freaking Cedar on a whim, dude. And so I get there early, 30 minutes early, dude. I'm such a loser, bro. I'm literally such a loser. I can't be late to anything. I'm trying to get rid of that, dude, because I love being late. But just in my psyche, I just can't. Being late is not that bad of a thing. But in my psyche, I'm just so Terrence said we're golfing at 7. So I assumed we had a tee time scheduled at 7, but we didn't. It's just a free game. And so I get there at 6:30 and I'm just sitting in there in my car listening to some stuff, and then go up to the guys and I'm like, hey, I have a tee time at 7. I'm here to check in, because most places you check in. Most professional places you check in, and the guy's like, check in for what? And I'm like, this is what I said. He's like, check in for what? I'm like, golf. He's like, what are you checking in for? I'm like, the golf course. That's what I said. Seriously, that's what I said. And he just starts laughing. I'm like, what the fuck? He's like, we don't check in here. You just come out and we just freaking send you guys out. I'm like, okay, that's really a dumb system, but cool. So I went back to my car feeling like an idiot, and then we golfed, and it was super windy. And honestly, the course sucks, dude. Cedar City, your course sucks, and your workers made me feel like an idiot. Rightfully so, but they did. And your course is garbage, and, that's just the way the news goes. And then after, I went to McDonald's, and I got 3 sausage McMuffins and a small pineapple smoothie, and it ripped, dude. And I love McDonald's breakfast so much. I love that breakfast, dude. 3 sausage McMuffins and a smoothie. What did that cost me? It cost me literally cost me $6 or $7. What, dude? I might eat that every single day. I went the other day. Oh, no, that was for a large, too. I got a large that time. But the other day, where the F was I? Was it before orientation? I can't remember. I went to McDonald's and I got 2 sausage McMuffins and a small pineapple smoothie. It cost me $3 and some change. I'm pretty sure. I'm fairly certain. It cost me $3 or $4. Can I eat that for every breakfast? That's what I'm asking. Can I get McDonald's breakfast for every breakfast? If it's a smoothie and 2 sausage McMuffins, that can't be that unhealthy. Come on. I'm not eating hash browns. I'm not shoving iced Americanos down my throat. It's a little smoothie and some little sandwiches. And it's not that expensive, bro. And it's the best breakfast ever. Anyways, literally, who cares? I don't even know what time we're out because my thing busted in the middle of the thing. So we're going to go for 5 or 10 more minutes. I watched Fast and Furious 9 opening night, dude, and it was such a good movie. And I'm just going to give you a short little synopsis, a short little review. So we open... I'm just kidding. So the plot basically was... This was probably the most ridiculous one. So John Cena is Dom's brother, Vin Diesel's brother. And he's a secret agent, and he went rogue, and he started working with this millionaire douchebag prick guy, and they were trying to get this weapon that could control all computers in the entire world, and they would have, all the power in the world. Whatever, stupid, Fast and Furious thing. And it showed a lot of it had a prequel to Dom, and it showed how his dad died, and how he went to jail and stuff. And it's actually really good. And it was probably my favorite part of the movie was when it would cut back to that. And normally I hate stuff like that, but that was my favorite part of the movie, to be honest. And I really hope they do like a full Dom prequel. I would be so down for that. Because like every time they cut back, the film would be like super grainy. And like it would look like, and it was like a 1990s LA. And it was just so sick. And like it would look like film, and like it was super grainy and textured, and like I just loved the whole feel of it. So yeah, that was dope. And then there was some good action pieces. I don't want to get like too much into it because I always get into Fast and Furious, and literally nobody cares, but I always do. And yeah, I would just recommend that, dude. I would recommend that film wholeheartedly. There was some dope action. Dom like blows up a plane with a bus. They go to space, which was sick. Lots of cool stuff, dude. And yeah, so I give that a solid 10 out of 10 recommendation. And then we went to Applebee's after, and I got some wings. So we're going to go to B-Dubs, but B-Dubs had like a 45-minute wait, and there was nobody in there, which made no sense to me, but whatever. And then we were going to go to Wingers, but they closed at like, I think they closed at 10, and it was like 9:40. And I'm like, no, we don't do that, dude. We don't go into a sit-down restaurant 20 minutes before they close, because it's just a douchebag move, bro. And so we went across the street to Applebee's, and dude, Applebee's sucks. Chili's is far superior. Me and Matt thought Chili's and Applebee's were deuces. No, dude. Applebee's is terrible. Chili's is dope. So never go to Applebee's, dude. And I got some like wings there, and it was just nasty, and I got some gross onion rings. And I had heartburn the next day really terribly, and I feel, a lot of regret about that. Dude, that's going to do it. I'm so out of energy, bro. I went so hard on the first, 30 minutes of the podcast. I don't know what time we're at, but whatever time we're at, I don't care. Oh, we're going to do it, dude. We're going to do it. I'm so tired. I got to go edit this, dude. Yeah, love you guys. Have a great weekend. You guys are the bomb diggity. Hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please send it to your friends and like comment and like the freaking podcast, dude, because you just don't know how much that will help me out. So yeah, dude. Love you guys. Peace out.